there is a shortage in the tuition, who pays that?
That is a great question. That is a feature that I asked for in particular, right? Which is that any private school that's participating in the program should waive the remainder of the tuition, because the voucher is probably going to be about $10,500, $11,000. Average private school tuition in the state is about 14. Some are as large as 30, 40, $50,000. The answer is, if the voucher is not enough, it's too bad. The student still has to come up with the rest. And so that is a very easy way for the private schools to curate the student body, because even with a $10,000 coupon, if it's not enough, it's not enough. There's nothing that requires the private school to take the student. There's nothing that requires them to fill the gap with scholarships or financial aid. They can just cross their arms and say, that's too bad. It's a great question.
And so one of the concerns we had was about that. So if a family that's struggling and it is low income, how do they pay that difference?
Right. And that's exactly the reason why in other states that have done this, the vast majority of students who use the voucher are students who are already in private school.
So that begs the question, is that if children are already in the private school, their parents are able to go ahead and afford for them to go to the private school. Yes, why do they need the voucher, or why would they be eligible for the voucher?
They don't need it, and they shouldn't be, but they are. That's a political decision that the legislature's made. It's a political decision that leadership has made, but you're asking for logic and reason in a building that doesn't value either one of those two things very much. So they shouldn't be eligible, but they are. And they shouldn't be the target audience, but they are absolutely the target audience. This is what happens. There's an assumption that people of means and money are good people, and the people who are working class and don't have a lot of money are somehow bad people, and everything they do needs to be scrutinized and looked under a microscope. But otherwise, this is just friends helping friends, right?
That's what I'm saying. We're robbing from the hood and giving to the rich.
100%. And that is why this was such a big deal. I do want to say this. There was an opportunity to put this measure to a vote.